Morning world, it's Friday the 19th of July 2024, it's about 8 a.m. in the morning, and this is my look at the coming full moon. The full moon in Capricorn, it's actually going to take place at about 15 to 20 minutes past 11 a.m. UK time on this coming Sunday, the 21st of July, so in just over 48 hours from now. The moon will be at 29 degrees Capricorn and the sun will be at 29 degrees of Cancer. Before then, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of changes going on. The world's going to be a very different place in 48 hours' time. And I hope I don't have cause to regret that statement. Last time I said something like that, someone nearly died. So, what's going on? Well, there's been a lot of planetary energy at the very end of signs. And this full moon continues this trend. We have the sun at the very end of Cancer. The moon's coming up to the very end of Capricorn. Neptune is standing still at the very end of Pisces. Uranus is approaching the end of Taurus. Pluto is shortly about to retrograde backwards into the end of Capricorn. And over the next couple of days before the full moon, Mars is passing at 29 degrees of Taurus on top of the Pleiades. So there'll be some nice photos of that online in the next couple of days. Indeed, if you find yourself up and about around about an hour or two before sunrise, before dawn, an hour and a half before dawn, do look to the east, because if you can isolate the Pleiades, you will see a bright red star right there, and that's Mars. Mars and Jupiter are quite resplendent in the sky at the moment, and they are drawing closer and closer to each other. There will be a Mars-Jupiter conjunction in about 2 weeks' time, and that should give some very interesting positive news to a lot of people. There's a lot of planets at 29 degrees at the moment, so it's a lot of endings, there's a lot of conclusions, a lot of finality, a lot of situations coming to an irrevocable and permanent end, it seems, at this moment in time. There's also, in the chart of this full moon, a couple of other interesting aspects. There is what's called a finger of fate. That is two 150-degree angles with a 60-degree angle between them. Venus is sextiling Jupiter, both in conjunct Ceres. Now, I don't really see this as a problem in a way that's going to affect the world dramatically, but certain individuals with issues around nurturing, digestive issues, going to find that these signatures are becoming a little more enhanced over these coming few days. However, Venus is sextiling Jupiter, and this is nice. Venus is about to become the evening star. It's beginning to peak up on the horizon just after sunset. And Jupiter is becoming the morning star. Well, it is the morning star, and you can see it very clearly an hour or two before sunrise. So to have Venus and Jupiter, the two most beneficial planets in the sky, sextiling each other now and for the next 4 or 5, 6 days is actually quite a fortunate thing. So it's a little bit of icing on the cake when we're dealing with a full moon and all of the 29 degree stuff. Mercury is slowing down in Leo and it's coming up to start squaring Uranus. And Mercury will be square Uranus at the moment of full moon by less than half a degree. So there's going to be some dramatic news. There's going to be some interesting news. And I do feel that there's more twists to be turned in the play of certain notable individuals who have been in the news very recently. But the full stories aren't out yet, and there's more to come up. I feel that the next 2 or 3 days are going to be revelatory. Coming back to the full moon. The full moon will be conjunct Pluto. The full moon will be at 29 degrees and 8 minutes of Capricorn. Pluto will be at 0 minutes 54 of Aquarius. So it's a degree and a half, a degree and 3/4 between them, and a sign cusp. So this sort of weakens the effect, but the fact is the full moon will be conjunct Pluto by less than 2 degrees. So in itself, this does reaffirm what I've already suggested, that there are a lot more endings, conclusions, and things coming to a sudden and dramatic end in the next few days in ways that's going to be quite surprising. I just get this feeling, I can't really shift it, but not everything is the way it seems. And there's going to be some interesting news in the next 72 hours that's going to confirm that there's more endings and conclusions going on than we've previously suspected. So watch this space. Having said that, Venus sextile Jupiter is going to bring a little bit of relief and a little bit of, dare I say it, joy. Saturn is not doing a thing at the moment. Neptune is trining the Sun and sextiling the full moon pretty much exactly, less than 1 degree. So that's going to bring some ameliorating and pleasing energy into the world. Walking on eggshells. Not walking on razor blades, walking on eggshells. That's the way I see this full moon. And I, for one, will be very pleased when the Sun has moved from Cancer into Leo, the Moon has moved into Aquarius, and by Monday of next week, there's going to be a lot of changes. The Moon will have changed sign, the Sun will have changed sign, Mars will have changed sign, the Mercury retrograde shadow is well underway. As I said, the world's going to be a very different place in 72 hours' time. And certainly I will be feeling a lot more positive and optimistic from Monday onwards. So get out there, experience it, check the skies early in the morning. There's a good light show going on there, about 4 a.m. Meantime, catch you later, world. Bye now.